like the fact that you are, even though there could be legitimate fear, you're not focused on the fear. You're not giving that fear any attention. So now let me ask you this. Carnival. We've looked at several carnivals across the Caribbean that have either postponed or, you know, on the verge of postponing. We have Miami Carnival still. We have Labor Day coming up. We have St. Kitts Carnival coming up. What do you think the future of Carnival is looking like due to COVID-19 for the next 24 months?
Well, COVID-19.
And I want us to look at it from the way the world is looking at it, from, you know, a bunch of people coming together and partying and all of that stuff.
COVID-19, the intentions of COVID-19 is not for us to party anytime soon, you know. And I say that the people need to go sit down, research what the word even means. I'm not even going to say it on here, but because I want you to go research what.
I'm going to go look at it, to be honest with you.
What does it really mean? You know what I mean? And the intention of COVID-19 is not for us to party anytime soon. The intention of COVID-19 is for the world to step into a new age, a new level of control, a new level of monitoring, a new level of war ability, a new level of, I would say, surveillance on a whole, you know, a new level of monetary experience, which we are now going to step into the digital age, the digital dollar, the you know what I mean, cyber currencies and stuff like that. So I don't think, unless some of those things are achieved,
then we would not be able to go back to normalcy.
Yeah, that's why it is very important to pay attention to what is happening now. That's why everything is connected. You remember what I was talking about a while ago? Everything is connected. Because they are trying one stunt here that get disrupted because of their own actions. Is that when you are trying things that are not pleasing to the Almighty Father, He always gives His children a way out or signs so we can wake up to realize what is really happening. That's why the Caribbean should come together and become the United States of the Caribbean, the United Nations of the Caribbean.
I've said this for years.
Understand? But the problem that we have at this moment is that there are still among us those that will sell us to the slave ships, and some of those are in the position of leadership. So if the slave ship dealers is in position, then what is going to happen? Then we are here having hope, but we are just like sheep waiting in a barn to be sold.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's the problem. So that's why the people now have to realize what is happening and pay close attention. Become your government. And when I say become your government, it's not to overthrow the government or anything like that, but it's to now really play the part that you're supposed to play, because the people is the real government.
Take back the power.
The people is who select who should lead them or not. You understand? But you must get the people educated to understand what that leader is doing and not just blinding your eyes. You understand? So then you would now understand where the country is supposed to stand. And most people don't know. They only pay attention, the road don't get fixed, or they don't build a bridge.
Correct.
Or they don't build like that. What about the deals that is happening in the back doors? What about the deals and the lending of the monies that will put us in a position where we end up with countries having sovereign land in our own country? You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, for the Caribbean to come together, the people have to wake up. We have to wake up, because I know definitely there are some leaders though. There are some leaders, they came from the plantation and they know where they came from. And they're not going back there and they're taking no check. They're with us. There is some leaders in the Caribbean that is with us, and they are strong. They might still be in positions where they have to be, you know, they have to watch how they try, because they know at the end of the day, there is powers, you know, that will come in and try to instill that fear and try to shift you in position. But pay attention to what is happening. Pay attention to the science that you are getting, that you are receiving. If you're not paying attention to the science that you are receiving, then you would not understand what you are applying. So you're applying rules and regulations to your country that does not serve you the best way. You understand? And does not serve your people. It is putting you in more problems than anything else. Throughout COVID-19, in the Caribbean, there's supposed to be programs instead of people just posting music and posting this or posting that, or some nice speech. But what about educating the people about their bodies, how to eat healthy? What about changing your diet? So at the end of the day, changing your diet don't just save you. Changing your diet saves your country. Oh, because if you start changing your diet, and me and you and all the families start eating now the ground food
and everything
from our farmers, because in that time our farmers is the real celebrities. In that time, our farmers and our fishermen is the real celebrities. So if we start supporting them, that means we have to now bring in all the corned beef and bringing all of those things.
Everything is homegrown now.
You understand what I'm saying? We eat what we grow what we eat. Now, what do we export in the Caribbean the most? We export brilliant people, so we export brain, and we export cash.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
A lot of our students go overseas to work.
And export cash, right? Because we don't industrialize properly. But at least we can start from the small. Through COVID-19, I see that we are still exporting from outside way too much food. When we have the farmers, I'm watching people go to the supermarket, line up in the line, go to buy some rice that will help kill you soon. Go to buy the things, you understand what I'm saying? The ramen and the noodles and stuff like that will help kill you soon. And you pass in the banana street, and you're passing the yam street, and you're passing this street. Let's talk about the thing right there, the CMOS. CMOS give you every single thing that you need as a human being, and contribute like medication to your health. Why we don't get into those things? Why I didn't hear people speaking about those things? Where is our health ministers that promotes those things? But no, our health ministers, you understand what I'm saying, have to take orders from who?
The pharmaceutical
WHO.
Okay. And who controls WHO? Pharmaceutical companies.
Amen. I don't even want to get too deep in that, because I just say, you know what I mean? I don't even want to go to it.
You know, it's really good to sit down with another Caribbean national, another Caribbean native, and who's so in tune with what's going on globally. And I'm sure some of that came from traveling around and your bringings and stuff like that. So that's really good. Now, did this whole COVID-19, did it interrupt any gigs and performances for you?
Too much. Too much. I had my whole African tour coming up, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Europe, tours in Europe.
So you're messing with the bag. You're messing with the bag.
Big time, big time. Big time. But it's a good thing that I'm one of those persons that try not to focus too much on just making money, because I never did a show to get paid. I never really did a show to get paid. I did a show because of my fans and my love for music. Wow. My love for music. How I exert my energy into the world, it will bring everything to me. It's like reading the Bible, and it said, you know, King Solomon didn't ask for a temple, he didn't ask for the riches, he didn't ask for nothing. He said, Father, give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and that was the teaching from my mother. So when I ask for the ability, you know what I mean, that I have now, the ability to stand strong, the ability to have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Yeah.
Did you ever read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Because you just said something that came directly from that book. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you don't work for the money, but you work for your fans. What the guy said in the Rich Dad, Poor Dad is something to the effect of that you don't work for a paycheck. And that's what I heard from you just now. You work for the fans,
Right.
music.
I definitely did heard about the book. I never read it, but I know about the book for sure.
Okay.
But I don't know how it really happened for me, because a lot of people, when I say those things, a lot of people tell me, yeah, but I kind of, yeah, for real, I heard like one of the billionaires say this or say that.
Yeah.
And but for me it was natural, because you see, I had to run away to do music. I started very young. I started at the age of 7. The first thing I saw on a little black and white television was a Superman show, and I wanted the flies right after that. So I jumped off the roof with my mother umbrella and quickly realized that I couldn't fly.
You couldn't fly.
After I bust my head and bust my knee and all that thing. You know what I mean? But right after that, I saw Michael Jackson show, and with Michael Jackson show, I realized that I could have danced, and I wanted to be that person that stand on stage and people scream and people clap. And that is my dream. That is what I followed. I just wanted to do that. So I went into school. So when I go into the school and the fair time come, you understand, the harvest time,
the entertainer comes out now.
I was the entertainer. So when they have school competitions, you know what I mean? OCS competition, the dance competition, they had drumming. At the age of 5, I could have hand drum, African hand drum. I didn't know even how I did it. But I'm a professional African hand drummer also. So I'll be a part of that. And then I do African solos. Then I started to win all the competitions. So at that time, I was not getting paid. So what I used as my excitement and my drug was feeding the fans. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to stand there to be the entertainer that made you happy, that made you go home and speak about me, and that is where I came from. So when I started to get my little gigs here and there, I was not getting paid. I remember you have a promoter here. I don't want to call his name, but I do like almost 27 shows for him when I was younger. You know, and I never get paid. I get a month one time.
But let me ask you a question now that you mentioned that. Was that a result of you not understanding the business side of the entertainment industry, or it was just bad business not on your end?
That time, I did not know anything about the business side of things. You understand? I knew that people used to get paid for it, but I couldn't run away. You understand? I just wanted the stage. That's why I don't get paid this week. I come back next week and shell the show again. But I ain't get paid.
You're building an audience right here. You're building an audience.
My pay was the audience.
Right.
My pay was when I'm walking down the road and a man turn and say, yo, you see that you there?
Yeah.
Man,
that was the pay.
And I said, thank you. And I'm gone. And that was my pay. I smiled all day because I knew somebody love my music or love my craft. So up to this day, like last year, I had, I think I do 13 flights in one weekend. For 1 weekend, 13 flights, 5 cities in 4 days, and we pumping. I remember Trinidad, I did 11 shows on a Friday, 8 shows the Saturday, 5 shows Sunday, 3 shows on Monday. And that drive was not about, again, being paid. And it's a good thing that I have a manager that I can trust. Because sometimes I work, I remember after all of doing those cities, right? I gone home, fly home, and didn't collect no money. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
You see, didn't even collect no money, but that is what my manager is there for. Somebody that I can trust, and they deal with that whatever it is. And sometimes a week and a half pass, and then you're not grand, but boss lady will come and say, like, boss, we don't want your money. What to do? Transfer it, whatever it is, and then she will breakdowns or whatever it is. Because my mind don't come off of money already, and I don't reach home working on a project.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
What you're saying.
So that application, because I also realized when I wanted to do this whole studio building that I have now, I came, I looked at the land, and I said, boy, if I spend this money, I just did one project where I had some other lands and stuff like that. Because as a young man, I tried to set up myself in life and make sure that, you know, at the end of all, that I could literally look back at something, you know. And when I was my kids and my family and all of those things, that I could leave something behind. You know, that's a mentality.
Yeah,
make sure
for sure.
But at the moment, it was tough. I say, I wonder if I could do this because I see it big. Everybody feel like going and build a studio room. When I say studio, but I know it's a whole 3-story building I want to build.
Yeah.
I watch it so. And I say, nah, if I spend that money, and I catch myself, I say, what? Let me just start it. And at that moment, it looked like I would do something off if I have to do it on the business level, or how an accountant would advise me. I'm not telling anybody to take my method, but I'm just telling you how it worked for me.
How it works.
When I go to the bank, I say, all right, let me do a loan. The bank started ask me, I said, question. It's like, I'm going to ask him and I say, boss, you don't know my face. But at the end of the day, you know, it's a bank, so you still have to deal with it on a business level. And question, I say, I can't take all that question here. You know. I just come back home and I call my team, call the contractor, and I say, start. I'm going to start this. Now, at that moment, all I could see is the dream. So if I am focusing on dream, this is dream, this is money. This is dream, this is money. So if I do now, when I start running on money to try to do this dream, and I follow in money like this, money could lead me all over the place. Money could lead me all over the place, but my dream is here.
Right.
I do this and I say my dream, this must happen, and I keep focusing on my dream. Money must come. Because you see, I don't skip over money already and put the laws of the universe on it. You see? So then, now the laws of the universe will make money know to find me. You understand?
So why we don't have you going around the Caribbean and instilling this knowledge into our youth? Why we have to bring people from Timbuktu and Nobel to give graduation speeches? Why can't we enforce and use our own men like yourself? This is knowledge. I mean, even me sitting down here with you, I can tell you right now, you just said something very profound. For me as an entrepreneur myself, who's coming into the entertainment industry as well, not singing, of course, but you just tell me about the dream that I have. And every time I look at my dream about doing interviews and, you know, the radio personality thing, I'm always thinking about the money aspect. But here is my dream. 6 months already into the year, and I haven't done anything with it as yet because I'm focused on the money. So now you're giving me that knowledge to just let the blood clot money go and focus on the dream. So I like this. I do. I love it. These are things that we need from men of the Caribbean like yourself, for us as Caribbean nationals to use you, to give you that platform that you already have, to build more on it, to instill knowledge into the youth.
You see, I think it's going to happen. But the thing is, it's going to take time. You know why? Because we look at money as riches.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
And not just, you see, the simple success sometimes don't strike the nerve of the teachers and the people that think that they are influencers. You see? Because every great success starts with a simple success. Every great success starts with an application.
Yeah.
If you have the right application, me and you standing in the park, we are looking in two different directions, two different dreams. But with the application that we have, we conquer those dreams. Going into whichever direction, we can conquer those dreams. You and somebody have the same dream. Now, how are you going to succeed above? Is that if that person give 1, if that person give 10%, you give 20. If they give 20, then you give 40. But that is not a competition. That is excelling.
Yeah. Going above.
You understand what I'm saying? That is being motivated by what somebody else also wants to do. You use people to motivate you, but we use it as competition, and we feel like we have to cut down somebody, and that is what is happening here in the Caribbean. We don't understand the real motivation. We take it as competition. You understand? So also, why I am not on some platforms sharing this information, and you would see somebody bringing in as a white man from Norway or whatever it is. with that has the same application as me, and maybe don't even know how to really even instill it into my people, which I can maybe do better.
Right.
Because they've seen it happening right here in real timing, is simply because of the same inferiority complex that we have.
Yeah.
We don't look at our own as great. We always look at them as being great. And you also look at somebody that has, like my brethren in Miami that own multi-million-dollar company. I have a next brethren in Russia that owns, people say you have too much money. But it's the same application. And do you believe that I give those people advice sometimes? They would call me and say, "Yo, bro, because you have times I've been around them and they try to make things work and I make it work easy."
Easy for them.
You understand? But they're like, "Yo, bro, come work with me and let me do this and we can make the money." But if I run down the money, then I will leave home. But that is not successful.
For you. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? For me, it's different. The money would come. You know?
It's already in the universe.
Yeah, the money would come and it's coming. You understand what I'm saying? But as I say again, you wouldn't, they would take that as successful, but there is so much rich people that is not happy, that is unhappy.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? And to them, they have not succeeded in so many ways. They made money, but they did not succeed in so many other ways. But here in the Caribbean, there is a way to be successful, to make the money and still yet be a part of your community.
And still enjoy living.
And still enjoy living in the Caribbean. And that is what I love. And that is what I want to achieve. You understand what I'm saying? And as a young person, I'm a cultural ambassador of my island. I am the youngest radio station owner. I think I own one of the most state-of-the-art studio on the island. In where the ministers or whoever it is would have lands, I own lands there. I just started a 7-acre farm.
Success.
I have a non-profit organization, and I have just begun. I'm young, but what is my application to succeed? No, let's not talk about my musical career. Just set some history. The first to do this, the first to do that. You understand what I'm saying? No, isn't that application? No, my application could even be tweaked by someone following it and having their own inspiration and becoming 10 times even more successful than I did.
Yeah.
You understand? Because there is a formula. And that is what happened when you share formula. But then and again, they don't see that. They see you owning a set of money and you talking about the way you own money. As, you understand what I'm saying? As success. When really and truly, right here, it's more than that. And we are not, and between me and you, we are not being very successful at the moment, because when you go to almost every Caribbean island, you realize all the stores in the middle of the town is owned by the Indians. You realize all our hotels is owned by the white man. You understand what I'm saying? You realize that some of our most beautiful properties is owned by foreigners. So then when we start speaking about success, there is a different application to our own success.
That's correct.
The Wall Street application really and truly does not apply to us.
Yeah, because we're in a total different world to them.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, a total
we're not paying attention to that. Why we don't own some of the stores? Why we don't? If we own some, it's only few. So that is not success. We have not succeeded in real community development. Why we have so much unemployment. I know that some leaders are trying, but we could still come together and teach the youth, as you see, those kind of applications where they would focus on not just the drugs, or they would focus on not just the violence, and they would focus on not just the weak things of society, but to understand that they also have a chance. And one of the problems that we have when it comes to youths is that they think that they're worth nothing because they're not academically strong.
Correct. Because we instill fear.
yo, they think that they worth nothing because they can't really read and write.
That's correct.
Now, I have some very successful friends that can read and write.
True.
And they would say to you, so it's not just about reading and writing, because reading and writing is a small, and people have so that, oh, really? It's a small part of your intelligence.
Because a lot of us as Caribbean nationals think that you must be able to read and write and be a doctor and a lawyer to be successful. A lot of us don't see the arts and entertainment, the agriculture and the fishermen and stuff like that as being successful people, but success is defined by each individual differently. We can't apply something that works in North America to the Caribbean because success for us looks totally different. Now let me ask you a question, now that we're wrapping up here. What's next for you? What do we have next for you?
I don't even know. You see, when man plan, God laugh.
God,
I wake up every single morning with the biggest and the greatest intentions. I think in my mind, though, I have some great ideas for how the Caribbean artists and stuff like that could better monetize their music and stuff like that. I also just about to start my own publishing company. And stuff like that. I also have some ideas floating around in my mind and some formulas in my mind.
Yeah.
That I think if I team up with the right company, sometimes it's just a little bit, that's the only thing, though, how to really deal with people that will be honest to your ideas.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to figure out how to, and if anybody listening that I could actually lend some knowledge about that part of it, I will be happy. How to kind of protect, you know, your ideas. I mean, I know some ways that I read about and stuff like that, but I would like advice also, because I'm always also willing to listen and to hear and to learn new ways. But I think there is some ideas right now that how we can team up with some very special companies throughout the Caribbean that could now create platforms for artists, the company, the consumers, to be a part of the entertainment structure of the Caribbean, and how people, new ways to actually pay for music. And I think it's all kind of right here. So I'm just trying to
toss it up and see how it works.
Yeah, to see how we could. I think I kind of know we could work. Like, sometimes we try to get too sophisticated and they try to make us feel sophistication is greatness. But really, actually, you know, they say simplicity
is,
you know what I mean?
Sometimes the way to go.
Is sometimes is the key to open the door where all sophistications lie. So right now, I'm just trying to work, you know, together with the management.
I see where it's going. You know,
what I mean?
I read what you're saying, and I really want to say that would be something major for the Caribbean, and I want to wish you all the best in that. But one last question before we go. Mr. Killa is not on stage. He's not out in the farms. He's not working with the people. He's not being the ambassador for his country. What is he like when he's just in his own zen, his own time? Tell us what you're like there.
Searching for greater self, you know, searching for greater self. Sometimes I take a drive up to the springs and just go check one of my brethren that vibrate on the same kind of level, you know, and just hold a meditation, and I try to still build a greater connection and understanding to the creator, you know, and understand our creation a little bit more. And that's really and truly my power zone. I think that's what makes me who I am, really, you know, try to stay connected to spiritual self. But I do work a lot. So even today I said to myself, I need to literally get some more of that time. When I'm on the road, then I get into a hotel room, and then when I reach to my hotel room, then I have my time where there is not all of this happening, and I would have my prayer time, take my meditation time. So now I'm home, I'm trying to learn how to demand that time from myself, you know, and not just work, because really and truly, I work more than anybody would even think, you know?
So being the ambassador for Grenada, this is your last question. As you know, I'm from St. Kitts. As a traveler myself, sell me your country in 30 seconds.
Sell you my country in 30 seconds. You want to take the plane now? You want to take the plane now? Then it first begins, because in the thought of Grenada, coming to Grenada, there's already spice. And what is spice? The sweetest aroma that you can actually consume or even smell. Now, the Spice Island beauty, the gem, it is yet almost untouched. You know what I mean? It is now just being hugged and caressed by the visitors and stuff like that, and heard about that beautiful water that runs through the land, clean to drink at any time. And when the plane landed, you could almost smell the spice in the air, the waterfalls, the people. Very warm. They welcome you into their homes even though they don't know you. So you can come to Grenada with no money in your pocket and you will still get tea, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I like the sound of that. Well, you know what they say about sugar and spice. When sugar and spice comes together, everything is nice. So I'm inviting you to say, anytime you get some downtime and you just want to be Mr. Mark, you just come to St. Kitts and relax, because we are the beautiful island, St. Kitts and Nevis. Of course, we're the sugar island of the Caribbean. And of course, we have a lot to offer. I'm extending an invite out to you. If at any point you're coming down there, I'm sure everybody know who you are and you will be taken care of. Mr. Killa, I do want to thank you so much today for stopping by and spending an hour with me out of your busy schedule. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very, very much.
Bless and love. Bless and love to all the people. I must big up the FFF gang. I mean, that's my gang. They call them the FFF gang. Yeah, that's my gang.
Okay, what does that stand for before we go?
Friends, fans, and family.
FFF, friends, fans, and family.
All right, now you go the next way with the F. Friends, fans, and family. And then you go freedom fighters forever.
Friends, fans, and family, freedom fighters forever. I like that. Well, thank you so much, man. It has been an absolute pleasure first time talking to you. And I'm looking for some more dynamic performances from you. I'm a huge fan of soca music. And I ain't gonna lie, Oil It, that's my jam every day. So I pound it in the car all the time. So I'm a huge fan. Thank you very much, sir.
Listen.